Jacek taking on Michelle Waterson in the strawweight main event. Both are looking for a title fight with a win. To order the main card in English and Spanish, go to ESPNplus.com and be sure to download the ESPN app if you're watching on your mobile device.
Hey everyone, I'm Carrie Champion. Next on SportsCenter Coast to Coast, Kyrie Irving hurt again, and LeBron and AD playing together. We've got what you need to see from an NBA game in China, plus how Zion's practically perfect performance in the house that MJ built makes history. Join me and David Lloyd next on ESPN at noon Eastern. Right now, I'll send it back to First Take.
You guys having a beautiful day. Yeah, you guys follow the Patriots, tell them call me. They still got to pay me, so might as well let me earn it.
So Antonio Brown with a message to the Patriots saying they might as well let him play if they have to pay him. Now, Brown filed a grievance against New England last week for unpaid signing bonuses and guaranteed salary. We have Dominique Foxworth back with us again. Max, what do you make of AB's Instagram Live video?
He comes off as desperate to me. Desperate for attention, for relevance, for options in his career, for social currency. It comes across as desperate. First of all, implicit in his claim is that he's going to win. I don't know. Dominique, you would know better than I, but I don't know if that's certainty that he will get his money. So he's putting the cart before the horse there and saying, see, I'm going to win, and therefore, so there's actually like an arrogance underneath it too. Like the implication, you can infer from what he's saying that, and it's like AB, if you really want to get back to the NFL, that's not the way to do it. That's not sending the right message to anyone except for some, boosters of your ego on social media, I guess. And I think what teams are going to look at from this, and Dominique, again, you'll know better than I, but he still doesn't get it. He hasn't hit bottom and bounced back up yet, and you hope he does it in time because he's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, I don't think that. Sorry, go ahead, Stephen A.
Hey, Max, I appreciate your point, man, because I was like, did I miss something? Did I miss the news that, he won the grievance and the Patriots got to pay him? Because I didn't recall seeing that. So when he said they got to pay me anyway, I was like, really? When did that happen? Because I didn't know that. Now, having said all of that, the word that comes to my mind is phony or phoniness. That's the word that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about Antonio Brown. And here's the reason why, Dominique, more so than anything else. Correct me if I'm wrong, Max, Dominique, Roz. Didn't we see Odell Beckham Jr. on his couch or his chair in the living room of his home in Pittsburgh being interviewed by our very own Mr. Fowler for ESPN, if I remember correctly, months ago? Didn't he say, quote, I don't need football? We're talking about Antonio Brown here.
Right.
He said, I don't need football. I don't need the money. I'm sorry. Did I hear him correctly? I think I'm quoting. I think I'm quoting him accurately. I don't need the money, and I don't need football. You understand? There are more things in life that matters. I recall listening to him on the phone with John Gruden when John Gruden said, man, I want you to be here. I just want you, when he was secretly taping him, violating California state laws, by the way. Didn't he say to John Gruden said, man, I'm more than a football player. I'm a man. There's more to life than playing football. There's more to life than the money. So now you're talking about the money and the football. Really, now that you're not playing. You told us it didn't matter to you. You told John Gruden it didn't matter. You told the Pittsburgh Steelers it didn't matter. Well, now it matters, huh?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. The word that comes to my mind is phoniness.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it is about the money. I think it's about the relevance and the attention. I think he's fine on money. I don't think he needs money. I think if you go back all the ridiculous things that he has done and kind of absurd things that he's done, the one thing that's been consistent is it's brought him more attention. And that's what I think was important to him through the history of his entire career. And people who have interviewed him recognize that it seems like he wanted more credit and he wanted more attention. He wants to be a star that transcends the sport of football in a way that we see a lot of basketball stars, he never got to that level. I think that's what he wants. So him being out in the cold right now, I think is more painful than anything else you can do to him. So he's right. I think he was right, and he was honest when he said he doesn't need the money, and he's also honest when he said he doesn't need the football. But I think the eyeballs definitely do matter to him. I don't think this video is going to hurt whether he gets a shot back on the team or not. I think all the other things that he's done probably makes it more difficult. And also, once he comes back in, if he does come on the team, then the NFL has to.
Hold on. Who had you not free? You got a big contract to play in Oakland. You know, what we hear from guests on our show is everyone in the building loves John Gruden, who kind of stuck by you through all your foolishness. And like, how is that not free? I don't get it. So, like, even that felt like a put on. And to your point, Dominique, the reason to do it that way is if you're fronting. You know, you're just trying to front on social media.
Max, I want to come back to Dominique's point, too, and also yours as well. You talk about the attention he wanted. You know, through the whole escalation of this thing from preseason to the regular season, you saw marketing plans, you saw social media plans. Well, here he is now, not playing football, and he has an opportunity more than ever to show that he is more than, just a football player. This is the time. I'm saying this is the time.
What you want him to do? He ain't gonna write. Have you read his Twitter feed?
Well, maybe he doesn't have to write, and well, yeah. I mean, but I'm saying maybe he could collaborate. LeBron James and Uninterrupted, they're doing a whole glass helmet thing. I mean, why don't you have your marketing team come and meet up and have a platform that's already giving visibility to these football players? I mean, this is your opportunity to show
exactly Kareem Abdul-Jabbar we're talking about.
But
I don't expect any op-eds.
So then where is that marketing team that was putting all these videos out during the season? Where are they now?
All that stuff is connected to his ability on the field. I think this is something that happens for a lot of celebrities who make a living doing one thing, and then they think that because people laugh at your jokes when you're a great receiver, that they're going to laugh at them when you're not.
I don't even know if I'm mad at him or his team.
Hold it, Roz. This is television. You talking, Dominique's talking. Pause. Y'all got to take a moment to laugh at that. What did Max say? What's he going to do, right? I mean, y'all got to pause and soak that in. Forget everything else. Max made a very good point. What the hell is he going to do, right? I mean, that's hilarious.
Max, you did make a good joke,
knowing Antonio Brown, that's what he might say. That's exactly what he might say.
He was on social media.
Say something asinine like that.
He was on social media talking about, like, I need someone to help me write this paper. Like, remember, he's going to go back to school, and the next thing it was like, and the way he's presented it sounded like, first of all, he really did need help with the paper, and secondly, like he wanted someone else to write it for him. It's like, what are you doing? Everyone can see this.
I've seen the tweets.
Okay,
there is no question that he needs help with the writing.
We all need help. No one writes without an editor. No professional does that. But the point is, are his thoughts interesting? Whether he can express them in a way that we can laugh at or not is one thing. But I think if someone was able to, whether it's AB or not, or he has a ghostwriter or editor, someone's able to get into his mind and express what he's thinking, I think that is interesting. It's much more interesting if he's still a player. But I guess
Dominic, you got a ghostwriter, or you just thought you were good?
Don't disrespect me like that.
Right. So your stuff is good.
I mean, many celebrities
needs a ghostwriter.
Many celebrities write books and have ghostwriters. It's not crazy.
Rappers have ghostwriters. Musicians have ghostwriters.
I ain't have no
All right, so
ghostwriter.
then to finish my point, then I think I'm more disappointed in Antonio Brown's team than I am him. Here's an opportunity where a team of advisors, marketers, ghostwriters could have helped him brand himself and make the most of the moment.
Good point, Roz.
Why, thank you. All right, we got to move on.
Please, Roz.
It is a good point. Your head right soon and get back out on the field.
He should fire Drew Rosenhaus and hire you as his agent, Dominique. That's what he should do.
Don't wish that on me. Right? Don't wish that on me. I don't need that. I like working with people like y'all.
I'm just saying with the stuff you saying. Come on now.
All right, guys, moving on. Another topic. Daniel Jones and the Giants have a tough assignment tonight, taking on the Patriots in Foxborough. Jones will be without most of his weapons, including Saquon Barkley and backup running back Wayne Gallman, as well as tight end Evan Ingram and wide receiver Sterling Shepard. Whew, that's a mouthful of people who are out. What can Jones possibly prove tonight against New England? Stephen A.?
Listen, if he goes out there and has a respectable performance, I mean, you've got Ingram injured, you've got Shepard concussion protocol. I don't know whether he's been out yet or not, but those are back-to-back week. He's had concussions. They really, really need to watch him right now. Saquon Barkley is obviously not going to play. And so when you have those situations taking place, I should say obviously, presumably he's not going to play. So when you have those situations, you're bereft of the weapons necessary in order for you to be successful. If Daniel Jones goes out there and puts forth a respectable performance, I actually think it will go a longer way for him than the 2 victories he was actually able to register against Tampa and then after that against the Washington Redskins. To go up against the number 1 defense as far as I'm concerned in the NFL last night after Chicago wet the bed in Oakland in London against Oakland last week, with the Patriots being the number 1 defense, if you are Daniel Jones and you don't have the requisite weapons to be successful, and you go out there and manage to put forth a respectable performance in spite of that, I think that's going to say a lot about him, and that's going to elevate his cachet in a lot of people's eyes, even more so than we already anticipated.
Listen to me very carefully. If he doesn't fumble the ball, he could throw interceptions. I'm all right with that because they're going to be all over him. Everyone's going to be covered. If he doesn't fumble the ball, that's all I care about. That's a win for me. Do you understand the Giants, who were bad when everyone was healthy, have no one healthy? The running back's not healthy. The backup running back's not healthy. Their best receiver, who's the tight end, is not healthy. The other best receiver's not healthy. Their very best receiver's not on the team anymore. Their linebacking core, their best linebacker's gone. They can't cover anyone down the field. And they're going up against Bill Belichick at Foxborough on a short week? Just don't fumble the ball. That's all I care. You could throw 5 interceptions. If Daniel Jones doesn't fumble the ball, that's a win.
Okay, that's a very low bar, but I do think, I love to get a little bit more granular with you guys on this, but he's been really successful against man coverage up until this point. If you control for man coverage and look at him against cover 2, against cover 6, against cover 4, he's had a difficult time executing. I don't know if it's because he has trouble recognizing those coverages. I'm not sure if you can blame it on the weapons, but if we look at his performance, he severely outperforms the league average against cover 1. When you watch those plays, those are easy to recognize, and you just need to be accurate and on time in those situations. Against different coverages that is harder for you to pick out and understand, it seems like that's where he struggles. So it may not be something that you can watch throughout the game. You might have to go in the film afterwards, but if he can consistently be able to pick up on the things that the Patriots are doing in zone coverage and select the right receivers as something you can see afterwards, I would be impressed with that because the Patriots went heavy cover 2 last week. They're going to give him a heavy dose of it also because they don't need to stop the run. There's no imposing offensive line or running back to stop. They're going to give him all types of cover 2 and confusing coverages. If 5 to 10 times he can recognize those coverages, select the right receiver, I don't even care if he gets rid of the ball. That would make me happy because right now he's a cover 1 killer, and you're not going to get lucky enough to get cover 1 every game for the rest of your career.
Nerd.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Dominique, for being with us. Stephen A., what's up in Atlanta? We have Max Kellerman here. I'm Roz Goldenwood. That's it for us. Coast to Coast is coming up next. Thanks for watching First Take.
Why do you want me to work for AB? That was the meanest thing he said all day. I don't want to work for AB.
You can do anything, man.
Nah, I don't want that.